All right. Good morning. Welcome to a football at it. It's another week in terms of football at it. The new episode about the football analysis and the news that are actually happening in terms of the football. I mean, if you are a football fan, it's been hell a lot of hell a lot of weeks in terms of the game itself. I mean, if you look at it, we are going close to the end of the season, right? Close to the end of the season. Couple of games left to end up the season, as well as we are in it very tight times in terms of the Champions League. So we're talking about the Champions League from overseas, Europe. We're talking about also the CAF Champions League, which is here in Africa, in our motherland. So again, man, welcome to the Football Artist. My name is Che Yusuf. We're gonna go and check it out what's going on in terms of the football news for this week, and as well as what's been happening in terms of the football news. Okay, man. So I don't know where exactly we should start. Locally or international. But anyway, let's just start from locally. Then we can go games in terms of the international. What has been very fascinating in terms of the local game recently, it's about the Champions League semis that have been played. And if you remember, I recorded the video for past week in terms of that Orlando Pirates is going to play with the Pyramid, and as well as Mamelodi Sundowns, they're going to play with Al Ahly. All of those games, they were first round games that were played at home here in South Africa. So if you look at it, it was just a crash of South Africa and versus Egypt, because Mamelodi Sundowns, it's the top of the league in South Africa, and the second it's Orlando Pirates. When it comes to Egypt, Pyramid, it's top of the league in the Egyptian league. Second, it's Al Ahly. So these guys, they were actually playing together, playing. Sundowns played in Pretoria with Al Ahly first leg, second leg next week. They are going to Egypt, so it's gonna be tense. It's gonna be tough. The game ended up 1-1. Ended up 0-0, which is it doesn't really favor Sundowns. It favors the North Africans, as we said earlier on, that these are type of tactics that North Africa they want to play their game. When they play their game, they're gonna just defend. They're gonna just cause maybe a little bit of fouls and so on, so that they can hold you for 0-0 or 1-1, right? And then when you go to their house, they come all guns blazing, because remember, we spoke about this. They want to come with smoke machines that covers the whole ground that you cannot be able to see. They have the razors that they actually pointed directly to the goalkeepers or directly to the players when they are playing. So these are type of tactics that they use when they actually playing in their home ground. But to be fair, teams in South Africa didn't play well, because Orlando Pirates as well, they play 0-0 as well. It looks like teams from Egypt, they were actually here, guns blazing, showing that they actually want to to win the game, even away game. Not like before, how they were using the tactical thing to make sure that they delay the game so that you go home. We saw VAR saving Mamelodi Sundowns in terms of that game. The same thing happening to Orlando Pirates. 2 goals that they were scored Pyramid on Orlando Pirates and the Pyramid. They were playing at FNB Stadium. 2 goals. All those 2 goals, they were denied by VAR. Imagine if there was no VAR. We survived as Orlando Pirates fan. We survived just luckily, just J. Otherwise we were gone. And I was not happy as a Orlando Pirates fan to see actually my team play like that. And I don't know, man. I don't know. So both teams, they play draw, right? They're gonna go to Egypt to go there and actually play with these teams. It's tough. Do we think we're gonna win in Egypt? Do we think Sundowns is gonna win to pull out? It's gonna be tough. I don't know, man. I'm trying to give myself a positivity to say that maybe Sundowns can pull out the 1-0, just a 1-0, then gone, and then maybe also Pirates can just come with a Relebohile and do some, crazy style and 1-0 and then we out, but I'm not gonna lie, this gonna be tough. Some of the analysts, they're actually saying that it's over for South African teams. You can't go to Egypt and come up with the results. But some teams say that, hey man, remember South Africa when we was playing Egypt? How many times we played Egypt and we beat them? Remember Moses, Tembinkosi Lodge, score on Egypt while Muhammad Salah was there. We kicked them out in terms of, I think it was semi-finals or quarterfinals of Africa Cup of the Nations. So we do have capability of beating these people if we are not going to play like them, because it looks like all the coaches, Cardoso and Orlando Pirates coach, they were just thinking of playing defensively playing to hold them, and not even considering offensive. They were actually copying the North Africa football and played. And North Africa, they copied our football. They took our football, counter-attack, and pushed to us. The only thing is they don't have the skill themselves to penetrate or to pass during in the middle, and then to create some chances, give a clear opportunity pass so that the strikers can go. They don't have that thing. What they do, get the ball, central midfielders, put it in a wide to the wings. The wingers, they will cross, and then striker. That's why they always have the big strikers. I don't know why Mo is short. Even more Mamusha so is short. So anyway, but Muhammad Abu Trika was tall. Abu Trika was really really tall dog. Hassan, all those guys, they were a little bit giant. So yeah, that's what happened when it comes to local football in terms of international games, CAF Champions league. So I don't know. When it comes to Orlando Pirates, it's begging me, right? The reason why it's begging me is that coach has announced, to leave, that he's gonna leave at the end of the season, right? So I don't know why there's this type of football. If the coach has been announced, that instead of go in and make sure that you take this cup, at least when you go with a Champions League medal. He will be the most successful coach if you win the Champions League with Orlando Pirates, because the last time we won Champions League, that was 1990 something, long ago, very 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 long ago. So I'm hoping that the coach maybe pull up some his magic there, pull up some his magic to make sure that we survive. Maybe we get to the finals. But hey, my hope it's tiny, babe. It's crazy. My hope is really, really, really little. All right. Anyway, when speaking about coach, as I said that Orlando Pirates coach Jose Rivero has announced that he's leaving at the end of the season. Now, who's gonna be the next Orlando Pirates coach? That's the questions. So some analysts, they're talking about Peter Mosimane, return of the Peter Mosimane in the South African Premier League, and he's been very very highly decorated coach everywhere in Egypt, Al Ahly, Sundowns. He go to Qatar, he went to Saudi Arabia to coach. He has all the experience, and that can be able to actually to stand at the helm of Orlando Pirates and lead Orlando Pirates. All right. Some analysts, they're talking about the return of the son of the Orlando Pirates, which is Rulan Mokoena. If those people, maybe some of the people, they don't know why they call him the son of the Orlando Pirates, he is actually a nephew of Jomo Sono. So Jomo Sono's sister son, it's Rulan Mokoena. So he talked a lot when he was coaching Orlando Pirates, because we did give him a little bit of a chance for like a half a season to see, just to give him also his confidence or his experience in terms of the big club, in coaching. So he talked a lot, to signify or to put a stamp to say that this is the team that I love. This is my home team. This is the team that my uncle left the wedding on a wedding day and come back and played for the team and score and win for the championship, for this team. So he does have that strong, but as we believe, a lot of local coaches, when they play big teams in South Africa, they don't really, succeed. Although they are very, 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 very good coach. Some they're talking about Mangoba Ngiti. Ungiti, he was at Sundowns as well. He's been at Sundowns for over 10 years. I think he's been named for very, very, very different, seasons with the different coaches. He was with Coach Pito Mosiman. He was with the coach Rulani. He was head coach himself at a certain point. So he has that experience when it comes to coach a local football. But would it be a good choice? We don't know. So we don't know what is going to happen. But another interesting story is that Wydad Casablanca from Tunisia, last week, has just agreed with Rulani Mokoena for to just coach until the end of the season. Once he coach until the end of the season, then the contract it's expired, because they were supposed to kick him out. And I don't know, they had a little bit of negotiation to say that, come on, let me until finish the end of the season. So would it be vice versa coaches? Would it be exchanging of the coaches? Would it be Rulani to Orlando Pirates and coach of Orlando Pirates currently to Wydad Casablanca? Because if you leave Orlando Pirates, definitely wherever you are going, they actually promise you a very, very a good chunk of a good chunk of money. So it has to be some of the teams in North Africa, or maybe you can go to Saudi and coach. But he's a Spain, he's the Spanian. Do I think he can go in Spain and coach? Hey man, I have no idea. So we're gonna wait and see how it's gonna happen and how it's gonna unfold. So those are the two big stories when it comes to local football that has been happening recently, right? In terms of the game quarterfinals that they play, and as well as in terms of coaches. And I don't really think we're gonna survive and get to the final of Champions League, of CAF Champions League, here in the motherland. So let's see what's gonna happen. The games are coming next week. We're gonna go through the fixtures as well, just to give you an update in terms of the games. And yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. So for now, let's jump in and talk about what's been happening in Europe. All right. So when it comes to the international games, it's been very crazy. 2 weeks. We saw the Champions League quarterfinals that were happening in terms of Arsenal, my team, against the Real Madrid. We beat them 3-0 on the first leg at Emirates Stadium, and then we went back to Bernabeu Stadium or Real Madrid in Spain, and we beat them 2-1. There was a lot of talks, a lot of people that were saying these guys, they're gonna bring back their they are the best ones in terms of coming back. They're coming back. So they said they want to bring back their comeback. They had parade in terms of the whole street, supporters, they welcome the players when they come in. The whole Bernabeu Stadium was actually white, crazy with a lot of fans of Madrid. So, but anyway, we beat them. We'll proceed. Now we're jumping in terms of the semis. And again, the another team that actually did well is Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. Paris Saint-Germain as well beat Aston Villa. And crazy stuff. Now we're going to have to face Aston Villa. The other side, it was a Bayern Munich that actually proceed. They're going to face Barcelona. We're going to go in terms of that fixture as well, just to give you, a little bit of, a heads up on when the games are actually, played. Another interesting news that actually, caught my attention. It's Leeds United. So Leeds United has just appointed Lucas Hadebe. I don't know if you guys remember Lucas Hadebe. It's a Leeds United ex-legend, right? He's been playing there for Leeds, it's a big guy. He's from South Africa, and Leeds United has just decided to appoint him as the global ambassador for Leeds United. I think pretty much it's because of also they have also promoted to Premier League, to English Premier League. The other team that promoted to English Premier League, it's a Burnley Football Club. I'm very excited for Burnley Football Club, man. I was watching the game yesterday. They played really, really well. I mean, they're promoted to English Premier League again. Back in English Premier League. That's good. I'm happy also for Laila Fosler. I mean, because of it's our South African player, he plays for Bafana national team. We really wanted this player to go back at the top level. I mean, like from things that he's been going through, when he was coached by Vincent Company in England for Burnley Football Club when they were playing in the Premier League, in English Premier League, before they go relegated to go to the Championship. But he showed that he's very, very strong. Also, Vincent Company really believed on Laila Foster. If you remember the first season of Vincent Company winning the championship, coming all the way to the Premier League, he was using Laila Foster so much, in terms of the game, in terms of playing, in terms of also, scoring goals. Laila Foster was on top until he had a little bit of, personal issues. The club actually allowed him to go and take some time to deal with, his own issues that he's having. So that was great. It was sad for me to see, Laila didn't play so much games at the end of the last season, and as well as for Bafana as well, he didn't play. I think he didn't go to Africa Cup of the Nation because of those personal stuff. But no, man, he's back. He's back in Bafana. He's back in the Burnley club. Yesterday, they were actually confirming that they are going back to the English Premier League. So that's very, very, most interesting, and I'm happy for that because of, we need to see when we're watching Premier League, at least the one South African. We can't just watch it. Can't just be a consumer. We need to be part of the game, just one at least. So I'm happy for that, and I'm really, really excited to see what Burnley is gonna do for next season, and as well as Laila Foster, because last season he started, the previous season he started really well when it comes to English Premier League games, and he was scoring. He had a couple of games, a couple of goals, until they start putting him in a bench, until personal issues and so on. So yeah, looking forward for that when it comes to Burnley Football Club as well. And another interesting story. It's about Arsenal that is playing also today. Arsenal is playing today. If Arsenal lose today, that means Liverpool has actually won the Premier League, right? That means Liverpool, when they're playing, I think they're playing on Thursday or something. That means they're gonna get the God of Honor, meaning that they have won the Premier League. So we're praying that, hey, please, Arsenal, man, do something. But anyway, the league is already gone. I mean, how many games we miss? We had a draw with Fulham. We had a 1-1 with Everton. I mean, those are the games that we're supposed to, to smack those games. We're supposed to win those games. I mean, Everton was struggling until recent times when they appoint a new coach and change the strategy, and they start actually, playing games. So we didn't do well as an Arsenal fan. And when it comes to the league, of course, the injuries were there, but there were so many games that we hesitate to actually give a full heart in terms of the play. If all those games that we oh, crazy, man, it's cold this side in Johannesburg, it's crazy. So if all those games that we played, and we were really focused and making sure that we won these games, putting everything in the game, we could have ended up actually winning the game, but we end up drawing the game. So yeah, we will see what will happen. We're playing also Crystal Palace. I always say Crystal Palace is one of my favorite team. So my team and my favorite team and my wannabe favorite team, they are playing today. So we'll see what's gonna happen. But for now, I think let's go and check it out, the fixture. After that, then it will be Chile for this episode. All right, guys. Right now we are trying to get to the fixture. Want to jump in and check on the fixture and see what are the games actually coming. All right, when it comes to the Premier League, anyway, Super Sport, come on, SuperSport, do something. Do some sponsanyana, something like that. And yeah, SuperSport, do something, please. Yeah. So the fixtures, it's Arsenal versus Crystal Palace that are actually playing today. I think that's the a big fixture, that one. But let's get to see in terms of the leagues, because we've been talking about leagues, we talk about the quarterfinals and semis. So let's see what all these games, when are they actually playing? Ne? Okay, Champions League. So Champions League are coming on the 29th of April, 9 o'clock. It's Arsenal versus Paris Saint-Germain, and then Barcelona versus Inter Milan. Inter Milano. Internazionale Milano in Italiano. So those are Champions League games that are coming this coming, I think, next week. Today's 23, should be next week. When it comes to Premier League, 23rd, it's only one game. Today it's Arsenal, then all the way to 26. That's where there's Chelsea and Everton, Southampton and Fulham, Brighton. Southampton has already relegated, going all the way to Championship. Brighton versus West Ham, Newcastle versus Ipswich, Wolverhampton. They're actually at the blink of relegated. One of the players there, Cahill, which is a striker, there's a lot of stories that Arsenal want to buy him. Man City also put a bet. So they're at a blink of relegated when it comes to Wolves. Bournemouth, they're playing on the 27 versus Manchester United. Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspurs on the 27. So this is the game that I'm saying that if Arsenal actually lose tonight, that means, on Wednesday, if they lose on Wednesday, I must stop saying tonight, lose on Wednesday, that means on 27, Liverpool, they're gonna get a guard of honor when they're coming into the ground. That means they have won the league, right? All the way to CAF Champions League. Remember, Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns are South African teams. Al Ahly and Pyramid are Egyptian teams. The games are happening on the 25th of April, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So all these games are on Friday. This week, Friday, Al Ahly versus Mamelodi Sundowns in Egypt, Pyramid versus Orlando Pirates in Egypt as well. I think those are big in terms of the games. I think there's UEFA Conference. Is this the one that Man City? No, not a conference. Not this one. So yeah, I think that's it when it comes to the fixture. There's no too much fixtures because of there's only few games remaining when it comes to the end of the season. Anytime season is gonna wrap it up, and that's why you can see that the games that are available are really, really, really small. But yeah, let's look out in terms of Burnley coming back in the Premier League and see what's gonna happen. And again, check it out in terms of Pirates and Sundowns, if they're gonna do well in Egypt. Keep our finger crossed. At the same time as the Orlando Pirates, the mysterious coach who's gonna come, is it Lulani Mokoena returning? I see Tom Villagas also saying that he has something to prove in South African football again, especially in Orlando Pirates. So yeah, so he's a legend of Pirates. What are we? We're gonna listen to him, and let's see if Lorane is gonna come back. But that's it when it comes to football artists. We're actually analyzing and checking out the news that happened. I think the biggest news that interests me, or that really, really give me a goosebumps, it's Burnley, going back to Premier League, and again excited because of Lila Foster is there and promoted back to English Premier League. Thanks a lot. All right, man. Thank you very much for actually watching the video. I appreciate it, and please subscribe and share and like and comment if you like. Again, I do appreciate it. Please subscribe. My name is Che Yusuf. Thank you for watching. Mbite. Bye bye. Have a good day.